Hi, my name is Angelica, and this is the Angelica Unfiltered channel where I talk about fat ladies on the internet not doing good things, mostly spewing fat information. That's not what I meant to say. Mostly spewing fat acceptance propaganda and normalizing unhealthy habits. You know, trying to work on the intro still since we're not allowed to talk about downsizing. So today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite gals here on the World Wide Web, Fat Al Belt. Is that how you say her name? I don't know. It's Alyssa from the Fat Fatties. A handful of her reels have been popping up on my feed, so I just thought that she needed her own dedicated video, okay? What can I say? I'm obsessed, and I'm still mentally recovering from the last reaction I did on the Fat Fatties. Because, like, their videos are an hour long, and then I talk so goddamn long, so then it's like an hour and a half of me talking on top of their hour. So then usually just the video alone is like 2.5 hours, if not 3 hours, and then I have to edit it, and then it's just like, it makes my brain hurt. Okay, I'll just be frank. Before we get into the reels, let's go over this bio we have for Alyssa. Unlearning diet culture and calling out fat phobia. Fat joy, recovery, fashion, and joyful movement. Taking up space loudly. Which I feel like doesn't make sense because wouldn't taking up space just be like a physical presence? And then saying loudly would be a sound. I don't know. Just being annoying, like I always am. This one right here is the first one that popped up on my radar, so we're gonna have to watch it. Okay. Alyssa says, recovery isn't linear, I know, but no one wants to have a recovery crash out. Took a full 2 days to recover from this one, but I'm back. And I guess I should clarify before getting into this reaction, I've never had an ED. I've, of course, struggled with disordered eating. I mean, at one point I was 272.8 pounds, but that was because I just, grazed all goddamn day because I was physically and emotionally, spiritually, mentally a cow.
Yeah, bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow.
And I also was in fat acceptance, in case you're new here. But I escaped that cult and I have lost over 90 pounds. So since I was canceled,
So, as far as I'm concerned, she's dead now.
I've decided to make videos and reactions to fat acceptance content in hopes to help other people escape the cult and keep other people accountable in their health and wellness journeys. All right, Alyssa, what we got going on?
I think I realized my eating disorder voice was in charge that day.
Also, I love the fact that she's filming this. Great. Why not just go to therapy when you can make content out of your therapy, when you can make a career out of being a big fat lady on the internet?
I was like, oh, it's 4 hours until dance. I'm perfect. I don't need to eat anything else. That's not true. I know I'm not supposed to go more than 4 hours without eating. Class.
So I think she has BED. Who knows? She might have atypical Anna like Tess Holliday, and she does Fathosynthesis.
Finishes, and I am hungry. I haven't eaten in 5.5 hours now. I was like, okay, for this to be like recovery focused, I need food that I can get in front of me quick.
She talks so fucking slow. Oh my god.
McDonald's is literally in the same parking lot.
And that's exactly why she picked that dance studio, right?
Class goes well. I don't feel any blood sugar lows during class.
Oh yeah, she also says that she has type 3 diabetes. Not type 2. Type 3 diabetes. Physicians or researchers now are calling type 3 diabetes the new Alzheimer's because there's been a lot of research showing that Alzheimer's and dementia is linked to some sort of problem with insulin. So Alyssa's 34 with type 3 diabetes, but I always meme on her and I'll say she has type 35 diabetes.
Start eating
because she's clearly not senile. She runs multiple social media pages.
Instantly, I feel I really hope other people have said this to you before. I feel my brain starting to convince me that the food isn't good. Oh, the chicken's not cooked enough.
I can get that too when I don't eat for a long period of time. I feel like that's kind of like a neurodivergent thing. I'm not sure if that's also a BED thing. I don't know. If you guys have BED, let me know if you guys ever think this. But I feel like if you have BED, you just fucking shovel anything in your mouth that's within 2 feet of you.
Fries are okay. No, Alyssa, it's in your head.
Or maybe she started feeling those things while she was eating it, because one of the symptoms of BED is like when you are consuming, you start to feel like anxious or ashamed. Insert DSM-5 diagnoses symptoms.
Like, that's not real. And then I just start to go into a full crash out. I just worked out. I'm eating McDonald's. All of the negative food talk, all of the bad food talk, fast food talk, the
bad food. Yeah, McDonald's really isn't the highest of quality, ma'am, and you know that.
healthy versus unhealthy, the I'm ruining the work I just did. I mean, literally every bad eating disorder thought that you could have around movement and eating was happening. The next 2 days were ugly. Looking at it now, I'm like, yeah, girl,
What happened the next 2 days? Did she just go full binge?
that was hard. Like, that was hard.
Or was she just so ashamed of her BED that she like started to restrict or something? Like, give the details. Like, if you're gonna post this shit online, I want to know everything. From the second food started to melt on your tongue until the next 48 hours after. I need every detail. So I wonder if she spiraled after that and just kept having a binge, or if she restricted after. You'll never know. And this is something that I feel like a lot of people that have BED talk about. Like, I know 𝒻𝒻𝒾𝓁𝓃𝓀𝓈 suffered with BED and she's in recovery, and I've heard her talk about how like she never lets herself get hungry, and Melina talks about like how she always makes sure to eat like a lot of protein so she feels satiated, so it's like the binge monster like doesn't awaken again. And it's like, I'm sorry, if you know you have this fucking problem, you need to eat frequently, and you need to eat healthy, balanced meals with lots of protein and fiber so you stay full. I don't know. I guess hindsight is 2020. She said, a little peep into my session last week with my dietitian. I feel like this should be happening with the therapist. A dietitian really couldn't give you that much advice. They're just there to like tell you about fucking macronutrients and calories. If you're Anna, how are you fat? I don't think that she said anything about Anna. I'm sure you'll survive 4 hours without eating. Your fat phobia is fogging your critical thinking skills. Restriction is a big trigger for binge eating. I don't know this girl's struggles, but I have a binge ED, and restriction is a big one. Oh, here we go. Hi, Piper. I have a typical Anna. Sending lots of love to you on your recovery journey. See, the thing is with atypical Anna is that you're participating in every other symptom that typical Anna has. It's just you're mostly usually in the healthy weight category, because when people have Anna, one of the symptoms is being underweight. So if you have atypical Anna, you would still be participating in every other symptom. So guess what? You wouldn't be eating, so you would be losing weight. And Allie, you have a chin, neck, chest. Chinescus. You can't tell the difference between your chin, your neck, and your fucking chest because you have a frog throat. I hate to be the one that breaks that to you, but you are not participating in Fathosynthesis. You literally just admitted to eating McDonald's. Did her dietitian diagnose her with atypical Anna? Because I don't think dietitians could diagnose with that. Atypical Anna is a fucking mental health disorder. Hey, hope you don't think I was assuming anything about you. I was just referring to myself because I'm plus size also, and people don't think it's possible for me to have an ED. But I was just trying to explain everyone needs to eat regularly regardless. True. But the thing is, people in fat acceptance, like Miss Alyssa here, I'll put the fucking cycle up on the screen. You gorge yourself and then you feel guilty. So then you restrict. Then you become obsessed with food and then you gorge yourself again. It's a cycle. But you were either so fucking delusional, like Alyssa or Tess Holiday, that you think that you don't binge and you only look at the restrict part of the cycle. Or you're so fucked up in the head, you think when that you are binge-ing, that's just like a normal amount of food, and it's not. So what is it? Are you lying about everything that you do and you know that you are binge-ing? Or are you so fucked in the head from the serving sizes in America that you think that the copious amounts of food that you eat is just normal? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, I saw this one last night and I was fucking cracking up. Holy hashtags. Hashtag fat liberation. Hashtag fat visibility. Girl, we see you. We do see you. You don't gotta worry about that. Hashtag anti-diet culture. Hashtag all bodies are good bodies. Take up space. Body neutrality. Fat joy. Recover out loud. Plus size creator. Body positive. ED recovery. And then she spells it out, recovery. Diet culture dropout. Food freedom. Body trust. Healing relationship with food. Hashtag mental health matters. Look how the camera shakes.
So my fingers like a nigga wife me. Got another shorty, shit ain't nothing like me.
So she's doing spin the bottle in case you're just listening. We have a scale and it says weight tracking. We have a plate with a napkin and a knife and a fork. It says cutting calories. We have some shoes that says overexercise. And then we have a mirror that says radical self-love. Alyssa did a little spin the bottle moment and the bottle landed on weight tracking. Alyssa kicks the bottle and she's picking up the mirror, which says radical self-love, right? Because you can't track your weight, eat less calories, or exercise when you are practicing self-love. Those are all mutually exclusive. It's the new year. It's time I start losing the weight. The weight of caring what other people think. This holiday's gonna copyright strike you because that's exactly what she said in her weight loss video.
I've tried to lose weight before, but why is this time different? I think I carried other people's projections about my weight. The weight of other people's projections onto me was so heavy.
The weight of people pleasing. The weight of comparison. The weight of diet culture lies. The weight of unrealistic expectations. The weight of shrinking yourself. She looks like a Bowie. The weight of shame. That's the only weight I'm interested in losing. I think you should reconsider. So much emotional weight to lose. Take your space back mentally, physically, emotionally. The world makes us feel we need to shrink ourselves on every singular capacity. Fuck that. See, the world doesn't want you to shrink yourself or change the way that you are. People just want you to be healthy. That's really all that we're asking for. Thankfully, the world is so lacking in genuinity that people are craving a more full-figured and thoughtful, real quench to their thirst. Be you and all of you. It's the people who have no idea who they are to begin with that get off on shoving us in a corner and making us feel we have to minimize. Crazy how that alone applies to everything. So happy for you and proud of you. I get it that like people can make you feel ashamed for like having a big personality or, like having big goals and, not trying to fit in with others. I get that. I'm fucking weird. I'm different. I get it that I make people uncomfortable, but it's like they're so close but yet so far away. People just want you to fucking lose weight. People want you to stop doctor shopping and just fucking lose some goddamn weight. You have type 38 diabetes, for Christ's sakes. Are you going to start losing the weight of your fucking doctor's appointments or something? Because I think you should be focusing on that too. But in the middle of a skinny apocalypse. I could not tell you the last time I saw someone skinny out in public. That like made me go, holy shit, fuck. But there are some fat people that I have seen recently that have been burned into my brain because they were so super morbidly obese that it was shocking. The skinny apocalypse. Like we are in the Walking Dead series. Skinny people chasing after us, biting us, turning us into other skinnies. Nope. We're all fat still. I think it's really important to remember that always, somewhere, around a corner, where you least expect it, where you were not ready to compete, there is a fat bitch, dressed all the way down, vogued out, and I'm talking about covers. I'm talking about issues, which you have plenty of. Multiple, a plethora. Oh my god, her boob doesn't even fit into the shirt correctly. Bitch, a plethora bitch. Multiple, a plethora bitch. That doesn't make any sense, right? I'm talking about issues. Multiple, a plethora bitch. Okay. I'll stop my commentary on the grammar because I know I am not one to speak. You know, I'm someone that is good at mincing her words. Fat visibility is resistance. Drop a nail emoji if you're showing up too. We can tell who is showing up and who is not. I consider it my solemn duty to glorify obesity. See, this is why I have problems with the fat acceptance community. I get it that fat people exist and, you know, plus size women exist. And I think that it's totally fine if they make plus size fashion content or just fashion content and they happen to be plus size, because I follow people like that. It's just when you start to talk about fat acceptance and spread misinformation about ED and food and health and wellness is when I have a problem. Or when you act like you are fucking oppressed because you are super morbidly obese. When you're a big fat white lady on the internet, you obviously have enough money to afford a phone and phone service and food. And I don't think I saw her outfit repeat in one photo in this. The privilege. The privilege.
Hey, it's me. Come get ready with me for dance class.
Oh my god. Look at how much her belly sticks out from the side. I mean, I'm not saying I'm as flat as a fucking board, but the adipose tissue, sister. The chin neck skin.
So, tonight, I'm going to a Rihanna Slay Session Diva Dance class.
Girl, did you just say any words? That's what it sounds like when a gay guy talks to me. Diva slay down, the boots, house down, slay queen, boots. English, please. The English language, please.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
No idea, except we're going to slay to Rihanna. Now, what does one wear for Rihanna? This is what I'm thinking. My sister
You're gonna dance in that? You're gonna overheat, ma'am.
for me for Christmas. I love Pop Flex. Not sponsored, but I'm obsessed with Pop Flex. Love their designs, their company, their brand. Just love Pop Flex, period, done, end of story.
What size are you wearing?
Now, do I love it? Yes.
I like this color on her, but I am a big fan of purple, especially periwinkle and lavender.
Am I confident enough to wear this in front of the mirror while I'm dancing? Catch me in the back like this.
Hashtag radical self-acceptance, hashtag radical self-love. But you can't look at yourself in a fucking mirror. Like, you have, I mean, I guess she is fat, so I was gonna say it's like 2 inches of midriff, but it might be like a little bit more than that when you do like the full circumference. I love how like so many fat acceptance people are like, I dance, I'm freaking healthy. Like Jordan underwear.
You have so much to say about my ankles, but can your ankles do this?
And Aubrey Heffer.
Many people are afraid of what will happen to them if they become fat or if they get fatter than they are. I think I've reached an interesting point in my life because I am probably the fattest I've ever been right now. And I still have I have more friends than I've ever had. I have a loving relationship. I have a job that I like. I'm involved in hobbies I haven't been into in several years. I learned how to tap dance.
I learned how to tap dance? That's a meme to me. Okay. You can tap dance. You can do a little jiggy. That completely erases the fact that you're super morbidly obese and have type 55 fucking diabetes. I won't hate on her for exercising.
Oh god. I think I got killed.
I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat McDonald's. I love it. I love it when you eat Burger King.
Oh my god. Show your bristles.
I think it's good that she's exercising, but it seemed like from the video we watched before, when she was talking to her dietitian, she went a long period of time without eating, and then she was like ravenous after her dance class. So I feel like she should put the dancing and like the more extreme workouts to the back and just focus on eating properly and then just walking, because she can't handle two things at once. You got to get the fucking food under control before you can start adding on the dances and the workout classes and all this other shit. Like, build a solid foundation first, and then you can add on from there, because everything is just like too much for her. This is your sign to stop waiting. Life is happening now, and you deserve to live the life you want. You don't need to wait until you lose weight. You don't need to wait until you're stronger. You don't need permission or approval from anyone but yourself. You don't need to earn joy. Dance, be silly, have fun, be you. Which I can agree with to a point, but you can enjoy life and lose a little bit of fucking weight. It's not really hard to do at the same time. What have I done since I started losing weight? I have gone on vacation, I have gotten married, I have moved into a bigger house, I have adopted 2 dogs, I have celebrated holidays, I've ran a small business, I started another YouTube channel. Yeah, life doesn't stop because you're fucking fat, but losing weight also doesn't mean that your life has to fucking stop. Because guess what? We have to like do more than one thing at a time. It's called multitasking. It's having multiple goals. It's called fucking existing and being an adult. This is your sign to live your most authentic life in 2026. I hope she's like having a good time and looks like she has a nice smile on her face while she took all these clips, and she seems to be enjoying life, but also at the same time it's like, okay, so you have a diagnosed ED. What'd she say in that one video? She's like, I have a therapist, a dietitian, a nutritionist. Like, okay, obviously something is still fucking going wrong in your life if you have 75 different fucking providers that you're going to. The new year used to be one of the most dangerous times for my ED. She also has atypical Anna, like Miss Tess Holiday. January meant restriction taken to extremes. It meant starting over. It meant providing I could control my body better this time. All because the messaging told me I had to. Now I see it for what it is. Anti-fatness dressed up as motivation. So this is me. Fat, happy, dancing, and visible. You were never invisible, unfortunately. In the middle of the season that once tried to shrink me the most, I'm not going back. Having New Year's resolutions, the start of a new year isn't trying to shrink you. Would you say that your ED is? Because when you have Anna, you hate your weight and your size, so you starve yourself. I am fat and I am happy. Even though I have several mental illnesses and see 7 different fucking providers. And I am not shrinking. Alyssa is a brave 9-foot warrior, and she will not shrink herself down to a puny 3-foot elf. She's real professional with all this shit. I'm surprised she doesn't have more followers. I wonder if she's like shadow banned or something. She always says fucking ED in every one of her posts. Before and after, skinny tuck, in quotes, healthy, because that's not a real word that has a definition. New year, new me, Ozempic, weight loss, no excuses, GLP-1. Diet culture messaging is loud this time of year. What if it's just healthy, sustainable weight loss? Not all weight loss is diet culture. So here are pictures of me, happy, healthy, atypical Anna, and type 35 diabetes, so healthy, and living in my fat body for your feed. I love how people in fat activism They'll be like, I don't owe you health. I'm fat and healthy. And then they'll always be showing them like doing some sort of physical activity. Like, who are you trying to prove? Good job, you're playing pickleball. Good job getting out there. And then right after another workout class, probably, we exist anyway. Yeah, but never of this magnitude. Not until this fucking century, that's for sure. Okay, go off, Miss Canva print. Let me shrink myself so we can see more of the screen. Diet culture lies I used to believe. Of course, she's eating in the thumbnail with a fucking waffle. It's probably 1,500 calories at least. Ooh, I want a waffle. I actually went out to brunch with my friend yesterday and I got eggs and bacon. I hate being skinny. I just am really not enjoying the vibe of this or this layout. She's eating something again. Is this nachos? The cheese does not look melted at all. That looks not very good. Enjoying food too much means you lack discipline. I think that you can enjoy food. I mean, I enjoy my food. I had my frickin' scrambled eggs, sausage, and keto bread this morning. I enjoyed it. I think it's very tasty. I have it every single day. But there's a difference between enjoying food and constantly indulging in food and never telling yourself no. I used to believe if I enjoyed food, it meant I was addicted. I think that you can be addicted to food. I mean, there is like studies shown that people become addicted to fucking sugar. But there's a difference between enjoying food and being addicted to food. Being fat was framed as proof that I couldn't control myself. Well, the thing is, you have adipose tissue, you have visceral fat, which means that you're eating more calories than your body needs to survive. What's that one saying? Like, energy can't be created or destroyed. If you're eating too many calories, that energy can't be created or destroyed. It has to go somewhere. And guess what? It usually goes on your fucking gut. That's where your extra stored calories go. Enjoyment was treated as a character flaw. See, it's just so telling because there is other things that you can enjoy in your life besides food. I enjoy zero sugar beverages. I enjoy houseplants. I enjoy the color diarrhea green. I enjoy the presence of my dogs and my husband. I enjoy the great outdoors. I enjoy plants and art and crystals and connecting with you guys and playing Fortnite with my best friend. See how I just listed probably at least 10 things I enjoy, and I did not mention food at all. Because there is a lot more to life than fucking eating food. You should actually focus on finding pleasure in most other things besides food. Because, I mean, I'm not one of those people that should just be like, food is fuel, because I think that's fucking boring. And I'm sorry, I just can't live like that. I mean, I understand that like food is fuel, but I'm just not gonna, I can't frame myself like that. Like, I can enjoy the food that I eat, which I do, but I'm not constantly indulging in it and continuously gaining weight. And that's how I got to 272.8 pounds. I never said no. I was always indulging. I was always treating myself. I was always going out to eat. You can enjoy a healthy portion of food. You can enjoy healthy food. It's really not that difficult of a concept. I used to believe pleasure around food was something to fear. I think you can find pleasure in your food. Like I said, I enjoyed my soft scrambled eggs with fucking sausage and keto toast with bread and a big old glass of water for breakfast. There's nothing to fear out of that. The only thing I fear is being alone in a room with a fucking baked good. Because, mommy just loves a baked good. That's why we don't keep them around the house. We bought this lemon blueberry loaf from Costco this weekend, and it's just, the food noise won't shut up. Every time I walk in the kitchen, I'm like, there it is. There it is. But my neighbor came over yesterday, and I gave her and her husband like this fucking big ass piece of it. I'm like, get this out of my sight. We're almost done with it, luckily, because I'm like, I can't have this here. Get it out of here. This is why we don't keep this shit in the house. You're allowed to enjoy food. You see how this is all about food? Like, I thought you have fucking atypical Anna. People that have Anna, like, don't eat. Did you guys forget about that? Or do you somehow just have a different fucking definition of Anna? And people that have Anna usually don't eat in front of other people as well. They find it very shameful. But here you are. Every single one of these pictures is of you going out to eat. Anyway, you're allowed to enjoy food. I'm pretty sure if you have Anna, you don't enjoy food. Hunger and pleasure are biological signals, not moral ones. But guess what? You can find pleasure and feel dopamine and oxytocin from other things. Like, you ever try having sex or something? You can feel pleasure from that. You can feel real good after that. That tastes better than A lot of food, okay? You ever have some good doink? Sorry. People's kids might be listening to this. I need to censor myself. Enjoying food doesn't make you undisciplined. It makes you human. Well, have you ever enjoyed something that has less than 120 fucking grams of carbs? Look at that pancake. That pancake is like the size of her fucking head and one titty. It's huge. You shouldn't eat until you're really hungry. I don't believe that. Usually when I wait till I'm hungry or like feel my stomach growling, that's like way too late. So I usually eat before I feel hungry. We don't need to wait to the point that I'm ravenous, because then that's not a good sight. That's when you can't fucking control yourself. So that's why you should eat frequently, or at least have meals that are very filling. I used to believe eating early was unnecessary or indulgent. I mean, everyone's eating patterns are their own. I like to have breakfast when I wake up so I can take all my psycho pills so I can get on with the day, because my husband works first shift, so I need to get to it. I like to work as much as I can before he gets home, because it's hard to work from home when you have someone nagging you. Or I shouldn't say nagging, because I actually want to hang out with him and talk to him. Because I'm alone at home all day with dogs. They don't talk much. I used to believe waiting was praised as a discipline. Yeah, I think that you should wait and hold off on sweet treats every single fucking day, or, you know, God forbid someone intermittent fast. Food has to be justified by suffering. No, that's such an ED thing. You can just eat a balanced plate of food and it can be healthy. Yeah, maybe you should justify having a sweet treat like once a week, or every like maybe only a couple times a week, because you don't need a fucking sugar cookie every single day after dinner. And let us be real, let us be honest, who just has one fucking cookie? Not many of us. Many of us have multiple cookies. That's why we save sweet treats like cookies for Christmas with Santa Claus. Hunger had to be extreme to count. I don't think that you should wait to the point that you're fucking starving to eat. I think it's probably better to eat before that point, because then you become too ravenous. What is this? Looks like a empanada or something. Diet Coke shirt. Bows. You're so original, girl. Hunger cues are your body's way of communicating with you. You don't have to wait until they're loud to listen. Eating again. Yes, I agree. Your stomach doesn't have to be fucking grumbling and eating itself for you to start eating. You should eat before you are ravenous, so you don't go on a binge. But also, let's remember that hunger cues are different than food noise. Portion control matters more than satisfaction. I guess yes and no. I think most of us could probably be satisfied with a smaller portion than we think, because here in America, everything is humongous. But I also think that people like Alyssa, who think of like satisfaction, also think that like you have to be uncomfortably full after a meal. Like you need to sit on your fucking couch and unbutton your pants, when you don't need to be that full after a meal or a snack. I used to believe I could eat, but only a specific amount. Yeah, that's called a serving size. I used to believe hunger after a meal was normal and expected. I think if you're a little hungry, that's fine. But you shouldn't be like starving to death. Or you should just be like satisfied. Like, okay, there's food in my stomach. I'm going to survive. Like, you don't need to act like you're at a fucking buffet after every meal. Portion size mattered more than how I felt. I think portion sizes matter more on like ultra processed food, or like, you know, like cereal or chips or cookies. Like you should follow those. But if you want to have like a reasonable amount more of like meat or cheese or like fucking like avocado, do it if it's within like your calorie budget. Because who's having like 1 ounce of cheese when you cut a block? Not me. Or 32 grams of cheese. Not me, bitch. Not me. I'm not having fucking 32 grams of cheese. I'm a mouse. I eat a lot of cheese and smoked meats, even though they're full of fucking carcinogens. One thing at a time, please. One thing at a time, please. I will work on my smoked meats soon. Okay? No one is pressing me on this. I've just keep seeing more and more research that makes me feel like I'm going to have fucking colon cancer because I love salami. And sausage. And pepperoni. You know, I can only work on so many things at a time. I already gave up the fucking French bread loaves and the potato chips and the crackers. Let me have some time with my smoked meats, okay? I'm not ready to eat chicken sausage. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not to that point. I'm working on it. Give me grace. Fullness or satisfaction meant I had overdone it. I feel like that contradicts everything she said. I feel like there's a difference between feeling disgustingly full and being satisfied. Because this morning I was like so hungry and I just had my same meal. And did I want more? Yes. But I ate it and I was fine. Well, I actually had 3 eggs instead of 2. Because I'm usually 2 toast, 2 eggs, 2 sausage. But I was like, I'm feeling a little extra hungry. I'll have 3 eggs. And I was satisfied. I wasn't disgustingly full. Me and the dogs went on a little walk after. Hunger doesn't end just because a portion does. Satisfaction is information, not failure. But again, you don't need to be disgustingly full to feel satisfied. Save this for the days when diet culture gets too loud. Yay, and more pictures of Alyssa eating that we didn't see before. POV, finding yourself. I guess I can't hate on her for finding herself in her mid-30s. Because I guess not everyone had a disgustingly strong and polarizing personality like myself since I was born. POV, finding yourself. All you're doing is watching a sunset. I do that every single morning with my dogs when I walk them. Because they wake me up, not even at the ass crack of dawn, before then. And I'm like, well, guess what? We're not going outside until close to sunrise because I can't fucking see. So thank you for waking me up. Now you just have to be conscious an extra 20 minutes until we're ready to go on a walk. Thank you. I hope you're happy. Treatment team wanted to send me to residential. This was November of last year. These are real photos from my life before, during, and after residential. In photo 2, I was exhausted, just trying to survive. In photo 4, I'm fully there, laughing, dancing, actually living. Recovery doesn't change who I am. It helped me finally be her. Okay, treatment team wanted to send me to residential, which they should. Because once you're in residential, you might actually get an accurate diagnosis. Because they'll say, oh, this girl actually eats a fucking ton. She does not have Anna. I said, absolutely not. So in this photo, she was empty and exhausted, just trying to survive. She's in all white. Is this like something wedding or like a birthday? Anyway, here's me at residential. I wonder how long it took her to go then. But it truly saved my life. I don't know if I've seen much progress since then from you, Alyssa. Sorry. All right, here's some Halloween pics. I actually like this dress. I think it's from Cider. I think I've seen like commercials from it. Oh yeah. I would wear anything if it was green. A potato sack. If it was green, I'd wear it. Long johns from a fucking old man. I'd wear it if it was green. My betrayal list. Again, eating. That belt also looks uncomfortably tight. So it's like either things that people say or things that have done her wrong. It's a diet, not a lifestyle. True. If you want to lose weight sustainably, you have to do this for the rest of your life. I know that sounds intimidating, but guess what? You'd have to be fucking eating anyway. Might as well do it in a healthy way. Because we're not going on crash diets. We want to build sustainable habits that we can maintain the rest of our lives so we don't have to get back up to 272.8 pounds. I know that sounds intimidating, but we'll be living anyway. Might as well do it happily and healthily. Number 2, fat phobic doctors. Yes, because all doctors are fat phobic, and Alyssa has doctor shopped to 500 different ones of them because she has type 395 diabetes. Clothing brands that don't carry true plus sizes. What is fake plus sizes? I would love to know. Low-rise jeans. I know that you have an issue with that because look at the pants that you're wearing. All the way up to your mommy milkers they go. These aren't even high-rise. These are extra, extra high-rise probably. Isn't everyone a little ADHD? I don't get that offended when I hear that because I have ADHD, but I don't think people understand the true nature of ADHD. Like people just think like that everyone has the attention span of a squirrel, but there's a lot of other things that go into it, like depression or like feelings of stress and overwhelmingness. Like if I don't have my medicine, like I get so overwhelmed and overstimulated so quickly. It's actually insane. When the hyperfixation meal no longer slaps. Okay, do we have some tism here? Me talking about how I eat fucking eggs, sausage, and bread every single day. Serving size portions on the nutrition label. Sorry, that's actually a law. Tiny metal chairs. Well, they also hate to see you coming too. Weight loss commercials. I know. I would hate to see something that I've constantly failed at my whole life too. The audacity of mirrors in public restrooms. They're just showing you your reflection. They're just doing their job. I'm sorry if you don't like that. I spent 4 years healing from an ED. Here are 5 things I wish I knew sooner. Well, Alyssa, I hate to break it to you. You posted this in October 2025. You relapsed this year. Not even 3-ish months later. Maybe you're not as healed as you thought you were. Caption, learning and unlearning, but grateful to be here doing the work. Well, only for so long, miss. You do have type 500 diabetes. All right, we got some more Canva infographics. Great. I thought fixing my body would make me feel worthy. I was bullied. Prescribed diets by doctors. You mean doctors trying to help your fat ass out? Because you're very ill. Left out, talked about, dismissed. See, a lot of these things happen to all types of people, not just fat people. People are bullied for other reasons besides being fat. People are left out for other reasons and talked about for other reasons, like being smelly or being annoying. I learned early that my body was too much for everyone around me. I was talking to Robin about this in the DMs yesterday, but like, it's so funny to see fat activists talk about like, oh, I was too fat or like too big as a little girl. I was too much. And then they show pictures of themselves and it's like, you were just like a normal chubby kid. Now you're super morbidly obese, humongous, rotund, whale size. Like I don't know if it's just like being at such a state of delusion that you don't understand how big you've gotten, or like, do they not understand that their fatness now is not on the same scale of fatness as they were before, you know what I mean? Like when Tess Holliday showed the pictures of her in her TED Talk. I mean, I guess she was chubby and probably like fat for a kid then, but like she looks skinny compared to what she's looking like nowadays. So I started to think if I could shrink it, maybe I'd finally belong. Shrink her body. Alyssa wants to be the size of an ant. Maybe I'd feel safe. Maybe I'd be enough. But it wasn't really about the food. It was about trying to earn the right to exist. By the way, people just want her to lose weight and be healthy. That's what they're asking. You're sick enough. This is the second time I've heard this. Alyssa's talking about saying, am I sick enough? And then Jamie also says something like this. In recovery, there's this question that haunts most of us. Am I sick enough to get help? We wait for a breaking point, a number, a diagnosis, proof we're bad enough to deserve change. But here's the truth. The moment you're suffering is the moment you deserve to begin healing. You don't need to earn your rock bottom. You're allowed to start hurting before it gets worse. But somehow you just continue to get bigger and don't take care of yourself. Healing is learning to live in the space between your head and your heart. I've never heard that before. Recovery isn't just about the food. It's about navigating the inner tug of war. The part you are terrified to let go of control, and the part of you begging for peace. Yeah, because some people are addicted to the chaos and the suffering. I think some people are addicted to the drama and the chaos, and they don't know how to exist without it. They can't even comprehend what life would be like without being mentally ill or without feeling depressed or anxious, and that scares them because you start to you start to feel comfortably numb. And being comfortably numb is better than, trying to get better and explore what life actually could be like. When you're so used to being fucking mentally ill and depressed all the time, it's almost like, who would you even be without your mental illness? Or in Alyssa's case, like being fat or having BED. What would Alyssa's life, her personality, her existence be without being super morbidly obese and having an ED? If she was healed, she would have nothing to talk about, especially on social media. Between this or the podcast, although I think the podcast has come to an end. The voice that still fears weight gain. Girl, you obviously don't fear it. And the one that knows there has to be something better. Healing isn't when the fight stops. It's when you learn to stay with yourself in the middle of it. Keep going anyway. I agree. Keep pushing. The refeeding process is brutal and necessary. No one told me how hard refeeding would be. The heartburn, the bloating, the constant indigestion, the lack of hunger cues. I kept thinking, isn't this supposed to feel better? I thought recovering meant instant relief, but my body was learning to trust me again, and that takes time. Refeeding isn't punishment, it's healing in the process. Let your body relearn safety. Let it rebuild. I feel like she's using ChatGPT for all of this because there's all these dashes right here. No one fucking types with those dashes. besides an AI bot. I don't even know what to say about the refeeding. You don't need to start a refeeding process because I fear you've never stopped eating. 1 moment at a time is easier than 1 day at a time. True. They say that in AA, 1 day at a time. If you can't take it 1 day at a time, take it 1 hour at a time. If you can't take it 1 hour at a time, take it 1 minute at a time. If you can't even take it 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time, whatever you gotta fucking do to get through it. A whole day felt impossible. Too many meals. Too many decisions. I'd wake up already dreading what I had to eat and regretting what I ate the day before. If you're following your diet plan or whatever your dietitian gives you, then you shouldn't be as upset about this. So I stopped trying to win the day. Instead, I asked myself, what choice can I make right now that supports my recovery? 1 bite, 1 breath, 1 choice at a time. That's how healing happens. I could give her a little bit more empathy about the situation if she actually did have atypical Anna, but she clearly never stops eating. She has not lost any fucking weight. Every step you take towards healing matters. If you resonated, save this post, share it, come back to it on hard days. And then she put a bunch of resources, which if you guys do need these resources, I recommend checking them out. And for shits and giggles, let's read this big ass comment. This resonated with me so much. When I was in my first year of college, I was starving myself. I had full-blown Anna. I was recommended to see a psychiatrist. He looked at me and said, "You're not Anna. You'd have been much thinner." Yep, I failed at that too. I had quite a few more years of suffering as a result of being dismissed. Thank you for sharing your experience, strength, and hope. I've always admired you. You are beautiful, talented, and courageous. All right, I clicked on Miss Shelley who left the comment, and it says she's #fit over50. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and believe that her provider was like, you're not skinny enough to be Anna, because I feel like atypical Anna is a newer diagnosis. I've never heard anyone talk about atypical Anna so casually until Tess Holliday started talking about it. So if Miss Shelley here was a healthy weight but still was doing Anna and she had lost a significant amount of weight, I would be more inclined to believe her than Alyssa, because I feel like providers would not have been as open to atypical Anna back then as now. Let's look. I'm gonna actually Google it. Atypical Anna was introduced as a diagnosis in the 5th edition of the DSM-5, which was published May 2013. Yeah, so if Shelley is #fit over50, she's probably in college way before 2013, so people weren't diagnosing atypical Anna. Or, I don't know, maybe Shelley was like a little bit on the higher range of the underweight category, so it wasn't taken seriously. I don't know. I'm speculating about someone that I don't fucking know anything about. But I guess I don't really know anything about Alyssa. I've never met her in real life. But unfortunately, I've listened to her talk for hours and hours and hours. I just feel like people like Alyssa and Tess Holliday that actually have an ED just do such a disservice to the actual recovery community, because either they're lying to their providers or they're lying to themselves, and then they're lying to their community. And I feel like if they actually were fucking honest and talked about what they actually literally genuinely do struggle with, it would be more meaningful. But then you have these super morbidly obese women coming online saying they have atypical Anna and that they're in recovery. And don't get me wrong, I was also one of those super morbidly obese people who also thought I never ate and I was just fat because of genetics. I've never had an ED. I've never had binge. I've never claimed to have atypical Anna. I just used to eat all the fucking time, so that's why I was fat. But it's like, you are promoting misinformation when you are lying about what ED you have. Or you are spreading misinformation about fatness and health and wellness when you are, at myself, pushing 300 fucking pounds and never claimed to eat. Or barely eating. Like, you are just obviously hurting yourself, but then hurting other people that are watching your videos. And I guess I can't hold myself or anyone else responsible for people being influenced by content by others in the fat acceptance community, because we should all have our critical thinking caps on. But I still think that people should be held accountable for spreading that misinformation, or I think it's fine if they get pushback, or, you know, if I make reactions about them spreading that type of misinformation. And I have also reacted to all of my old fat acceptance content that was a little over a year ago. So I feel like I've become more brave and I'm not as scared to piss people off. So if you do happen to watch my videos from back then, I might have a little bit more of a tame demeanor, but I am Angelica Unfiltered for a reason. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below of Alyssa's Instagram. Let me know if you want to see another Fat Fatties podcast reaction. I guess I could bin and Greer. Is that the saying? Bin and Greer? Another one soon. There's just so many people to cover. I'm like, I haven't covered Jamie in like 2 weeks. Hello, we need to get back to business. I think I might do something of what she's doing present day, because she is on a cruise. She's on vacation, and we're like in September 2021 of her TikToks. We got a fucking ways to go, that's for sure. All right, I'll stop ranting and raving about nothing. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video. And if you made it this far, leave some green emojis for me, because I just know you love diarrhea green. I just know you love diarrhea green as much as I do. And if you enjoy me, consider subscribing. I will do another giveaway at 25,000 subscribers, which we will be hitting very soon. I feel like I just did a 20,000 subscribers giveaway. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Peace.